I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father. So I'm back with another video. Show you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites. That the so-called white man, which is Edom, Esau, do not care anything. Do not have 1 ounce of care for you, man. Alright, so let's get into this video.
Today on Race in America, we'll talk about the Trump administration's response to the Notre Dame Cathedral fire earlier this week in Paris, France. For some, it was a devastating event, and for Trump, he was so moved by the destruction caused by the fire that he announced the U.S. would be sending aid to France to assist in the rebuilding of the cathedral. But a growing number of people are having a hard time with accepting the Trump administration's aid announcement and willingness to assist, being that Trump didn't say anything about the 3 historical churches in Louisiana that were burned down earlier this month, and the fact that people are still suffering from both the water crisis in Flint and the devastation Puerto Rico experienced from Hurricane Maria. Some took to Twitter criticizing Trump. One user said, quote, "We are cutting vital services to American citizens because Trump claims we can't afford them. He doesn't get to slap his name on a gold plaque in the Lord's house for PR purposes while continuing to ignore Flint." Another Twitter user said 3 black churches burned down in Louisiana last week. No response, recognition, or aid from the White House. But when the cathedral burned down, the White House sent condolences and aid without hesitation or reservation. Adding France doesn't even like Donald Trump. This is why we kneel.
And I bet most of those comments came from you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I guarantee none of the comments came from no so-called white person, no Edomite. You'll never, and that's what I'm saying. Like y'all be thinking small, man. Y'all be thinking, oh, not all white people are bad. Yeah, not all white people are as bad as some white people. But it's all about the position that they're in. I guarantee you, if you put any white person in the White House, I don't give a damn if you put every single one in the White House, they will not change not one thing. Not one thing will be changed. The cruise ship will keep selling how it's selling, man. But you Negroes don't see that, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans don't see that. All right? Joe Sixpack, I guarantee you, Joe Sixpack at home, the damn Edomite that don't know shit about shit, I bet he didn't say nothing about these black churches that got burnt. All right? I bet he has no say. He haven't said nothing. I guarantee you, now when the comments came from a white person saying, yo, why Trump gonna send the money to France but ain't gonna send no money to the so-called black people with their 3 churches get burnt down? And if it is a white person that says something, I guarantee that it's just a person that look white, but they really is for light. But see, like I said, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to wake the hell up, man. And smell the coffee, man. Smell the scriptures, man. See what time you living in, man. That's why the scriptures say the devil about to show his horns, man, because he know he have but a short time, man. Y'all about to find out who the devil is, man. And the devil is the damn so-called white man, man.
Joining me now to continue this conversation is Eugene Puryear, an activist with the Anti-War Answer Coalition. Thank you so much for joining me today, Eugene.
Thanks for having me.
Now, how would you understand or explain this discrepancy or contrast with regard to President Trump's response here?
Well, I think it's clear when we look at the issue of the church burnings in Louisiana. I would put it somewhat similar to what we saw in Charlottesville, Virginia. The president doesn't really want to acknowledge this issue in any sort of significant way, because then you have to have a deeper conversation about the history of church burnings, the history of the Ku Klux Klan, the history of white supremacy in America. And given that his administration and his campaign has, to say the least, I think at least been sort of kissing cousins with some of these historical forces and continues to, in many ways, build into to the rhetoric that they put out there. I think it's uncomfortably close to his own base and his own agenda. Better to not look at it, better to look over to France, better to look at something that has more of a historical, classic European feel, something you've seen in the movies and the like, because it doesn't raise those similar sort of questions.
Interesting.
Basically what he's saying in a nice way is Trump basically said it's better for me to stick with my people than to be concerned with these so-called Black, Latinos, and Native American people problems. That's basically what he's saying, man. And that's what you Israelites need to get in your thick head, man. You hard-headed, man. Let's go to the scriptures real fast, man. Cause y'all forever trying to fucking trust in this government, man, and waiting on the government to help you. But that's gonna be your downfall. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children. Who are the rebellious children? You hard-headed so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the rebellious children, man, because you don't want to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, man. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel. Yeah, you take counsel, but not of me. Yeah, you don't take counsel of the Lord, man. You don't take counsel and pray to the Lord. You don't come back to these scriptures. You don't try to do the law, statutes, and commandments and ask of the Lord to get you out your conditions or to help you through your conditions. All right? You take counsel of everything but the Lord, man. That's what 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans do, man. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. Exactly. Y'all cover with every other spirit, man. Spirit of Christianity, spirit of Catholicism, spirit of being a Muslim, spirit of atheist, spirit of Scientology, spirit of I'm an American, spirit of I'm nobody, I'm whatever, I'm Asiatic, I'm Mexican, Puerto Rican, so forth and so on. That's the spirit that y'all cover with, man. But you don't want to cover with the spirit of who you truly are. But you are the Israelites, man. Of the Bible, man. The Most High's chosen people. But not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Exactly. And that's what you 2/3 continue to do, man. That's what you so-called hard-headed Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans continue to do to this day, man. You continue to add sin to sin, Salakia. That walk, verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt. Yeah, you walk to go down into Egypt, a.k.a. America, and have not asked at my mouth. Yeah, you ain't asked at the Lord, man. Now, one time, have you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans prayed to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, man, to help you, and not only you, but us to get out this situation, man? You keep wanting to run to Egypt, to the American government, man, and asking for help, man. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen himself in the strength of Pharaoh. Yeah, you want to strengthen yourself in the strength of the government, man, and trust in the shadow of Egypt, and you trust in America, man. You trust in this government, man. You want to strengthen yourself in this government. When you weak and you down on your knees, down on your luck, who do you look to? You look to the government, man. You turn to Pharaoh. You trust in the government, man. Can I get some type of aid? Food stamps. Can I get some type of aid? Section 8. Can I get some type of aid? My church got burnt down. Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of the Pharaoh be your shame. So you trusting in these damn different government officials? That's going to be your shame, man. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Exactly. And you trusting in this government, it's going to be your confusion, man. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah is about to bring this whole structure down, man. All right? Egypt and Pharaoh is about to be brought down, man. AKA your president and this bullshit government. Back to the video.
take there, and as you're saying, just as the burning of Notre Dame, it shocked millions around the world. Many people are relating. I'm sure you saw on your social media platforms where people were posting pictures with when they were there at the cathedral. But doesn't the burning of black churches strike the heart of the black community in a similar way?
I mean, it strikes it extraordinarily deeply. I mean, certainly the civil rights movement, which many people know about, but going back really to the era of Reconstruction and the post-slavery period, the use of terroristic methods, especially the burning of churches and other institutions, has been one of the main forms of attack that we've seen. And I think in addition to just the burning of churches in and of itself, it reminds people of the Red Summer of 1919, the destruction of Black Wall Street. But, you know, even into the 1990s, and it's an interesting contrast here, where in the mid-90s there was a similar rash of church burning, some actually near where I'm from in the Charlottesville, Virginia area, and President Clinton...
Let me pause right here, because he's speaking so fast, but he's saying a lot, man. Like he said, like, all these burnings been happening for a long time in you Israelites communities, man. All the way back to Black Wall Street, man. And that's gonna continue to happen. See, that's the thing with you dumb ass so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. For some strange reason, y'all think y'all gonna be able to, cause some of y'all got the mind frame that, oh, maybe we should just separate ourselves and deal with one another and build ourselves up, and then have our own community again, and we'll be okay. Okay, keep that mind frame, man. And guess what's gonna happen? The same thing that happened to Black Wall Street, man. Soon as you build your community up, and everything going well, your community start flourishing, and it's bringing in all kind of money, and you doing great. Guess who's gonna come through and bomb the hell out your shit and take all your resources and rape and rob and murder as they been doing. The so-called white man, Esau, man, just like he did with Black Wall Street. Soon as them so-called Negroes started making all that money and being about their shit and having their kids learn having the kids have a correct education, what happened? Esau came through, burned all that shit down. Back to the video though.
Al Gore around to stand with different congregations and to show that this is something that they cared about. And of course that makes sense because so much of the Democratic base is in Black America. But I really do think it hits.
And that's another thing. You Israelites love voting, man. Love thinking that your vote matters, man. Trusting, like the scriptures say, you trust in Egypt. You love choosing to vote for the unjust. All right. Let's go back to the scriptures. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Y'all need to wake the hell up, man. This 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. There, any of you having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust. Yeah, man. Y'all love having matters against each other. Love having matters within the community. But then you want to go to the law, all right, before the unjust. Meaning you want to take your problems to the unjust. And who is the unjust? These damn Edomites, these so-called white people, man. They the unjust. So you're going to take your problems to people that are unjust and think you finna get justice handed to you. It's not going to happen, man. All right? And that's what you people love doing. You love going to vote for these unjust Edomites and thinking your situation going to change. Ain't nothing finna change for you, man. You just put an unjust Edomites, demons, above you, man, to rule over you. You're not gonna get no justice from a group of people that are unjust, man. That has no righteousness within their bone marrow, man. These people are wicked, man. That any of you having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints. Exactly. And who are the saints? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's how you're supposed to handle your situations, man. between your brothers, man, between your neighbors, between your brothers and sisters, man, which are Israelites, man. You don't supposed to go to these other nations, man, to try to handle your matters, man. Or vote to put these other nations above you, man. Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world? Exactly. Do you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, do you not know that you're going to judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? So, exactly. So are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? That's why you don't supposed to be putting trust in this damn Edomite, man. Put the trust in yourself, man. And call upon Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Don't be calling for Pharaoh. Don't be putting your trust in Egypt, man. Verse 3. Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? Exactly, man. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you gonna have the mind frame when you in your right mind frame to judge angels, man, in the future, man. So how much more things that pertain to this life? But see, you don't know that. You don't have that mind frame because you don't pick up these scriptures. You don't want to understand the law, statutes, and commandments. You don't want to come back to them. You don't want to take hold of your heritage no more, man. You just want to be a slave, man, and have a slave mentality, man, and be ruled over. That's your problem, man. That's your problem, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Let's get back to the video.
Home in some of the most personal ways, because the history of families, the cemeteries, the marriages, I mean, so many of the important things that happen in the lives of these families are tied to these churches, tied to these traditional black institutions, and their destruction by terrorist forces really since the end of slavery has always been a part of the black experience, unfortunately.
I want to get into France as a NATO country. It's helped in the bombing of Syria, where ancient sites of antiquity were also destroyed. But that's not even mentioned by most Western media, of course. So why are some cultural historical sites valued over others when they're equally old and equally significant in their respective cultures? We have Notre Dame, obviously, as a historical site, but then we have these three churches that were also historical.
No, absolutely. And I think it speaks to the fact that we really live in a sort of Anglo-European centered culture, and that so much of the things that are considered to be historical and sort of a generalized American Western experience are this sort of historical experience of Europe, especially the Middle Ages. But I mean, you can think of things like the Grand Mosque of Djenné in Africa, Timbuktu, and other major and very impressive historical feats that you see here, certainly all across the Middle East, many of the Grand Mosques and the history there. But you know, no one really talks about the fact that things like algebra and cartography come from the Muslim world. And I think that's a really deep part of how the races.
So basically what he's saying, the white man ain't gonna give you no credit for anything, man. And or any accomplishments that you have done for this society that he's stolen. That's basically what he's saying. Alright? And you know, the scriptures talk about that, man. Talk about how our people just foolish, man. Y'all don't want to get right, man. Y'all want to kiss up to master every second that y'all get, man. This Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. Yeah, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are foolish, man. They have not known me. Yeah, y'all don't know the Lord, man. Y'all know Christianity. Y'all know Catholicism. Y'all know Muslim. Y'all know black consciousness. Y'all know man, y'all know any and everything, man, except for the scriptures, man. Except for Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. They are Sodom's children. Yeah, man. Y'all hard-headed as shit. Dumb as shit. And they have none understanding. Exactly. Y'all have no understanding. This man sitting here doing all this damn talking and don't truly have no understanding of what's going on, man. Because he could have saved all them words he's saying if he knew that Esau is the one that's ruling over him. He'll have the understanding that Esau don't give two shits about him or his people. All right, he will understand that Esau don't care about Israel, and that they want to see Israel punished and done away with, man. So-called white man is ready to kill you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They are wise to do evil. Yeah, you wise to do evil, man. You wise to go follow after the white man. Because that's what most of y'all do. Because y'all envy the oppressor. And the oppressor is the white man. Y'all want what the white man got, so you do what the white man does. But to do good, they have no knowledge. Right. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have no knowledge of good, man. Only the elect and the 1/3 will have the knowledge of good, which is the scriptures, man. Two-thirds of y'all too busy chasing after the white man dream. All right, y'all too busy chasing after the riches of this world, caught up in this world. But that's why you're in the position that you're in now, where you got to cry to the white man when shit goes wrong. And when I say cry to the white man, I'm talking about not just your president or your government or your mayor or your governor. I'm talking about that white man that you worship every Sunday, that you about to go worship this Easter Sunday. All right? Yo Jesus. Who the fuck is that? Who is this white guy you call Jesus? A goddamn cracker named fucking Cesare Borgia. That's who that white boy is. But see, you ain't got time to read, so you wouldn't know that. And of course, to y'all, your Jesus ain't got no color. All right, as if he didn't walk the earth. If he walked the earth, he had color. All right, the flesh that he came in had a color, whether it was red or different shades of brown, just like everybody else that's on this earth. But like I said, to you so-called religious Israelites, 2/3 Israelites, your Jesus has no color. But that white boy gonna stay in your church and you ain't gonna say shit about it though. And you gonna go bow your head down to him, and when you pray, that's who you gonna see in your head. All right. Although the scriptures say that he was a brown-skinned man out of the tribe of Judah, which are you so-called Negroes. So if he walked today, he would be what you call a nigga. All right. If he was walking the streets today and doing what he was doing back in the day, you'll be calling him a bum. All right, just like y'all do the man that's out on the highways and byways speaking the truth. Look at these bum ass niggas on the street preaching hate. That's exactly what y'all would be saying if Christ was here today. If Yahweh was walking the earth today, that's what y'all would be saying about him. But like scripture said, man, y'all sottish, man, foolish, no understanding, man. This Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. Yeah, the ox, a damn animal, know his owner, man. And the ass, a donkey, the dumbest animal on earth, his master's crib, man. But Israel do not know, my people do not consider. Exactly, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all don't even know who y'all master is, man. You don't even know who your God is. Like I said, you out here worshiping this damn white boy Jesus and this mysterious God that don't have no damn color, don't have no people, he just for everybody. Like y'all beyond done, man. Y'all are ripe for death, man. My people do not consider. Exactly. This same shit I'm saying. I feel that, man. Cause you Negroes, like you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Man, y'all give men of the Lord headaches, man, on how dumb y'all are, man. How much of a deep sleep y'all in, man. Y'all need to wake the hell up. Sinful nation. Or people laden with iniquity. Yeah, you laden with sin. A seed of evildoers. Children that are corrupters. Exactly, man. You 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You corrupt everything, man. You go along with everything, man. Because you following after who? You following after your daddy Esau, man. The so-called white man. You corrupt your ways, man. They have forsaken the Lord. Yeah, you forsaken your Lord, man. You forsaken Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Now you going after this invisible God that don't have no color, he just a spirit, and his son that he sent to earth that didn't have he walked in flesh, but he ain't have no color, and he loves everybody. That's who y'all go after. Y'all done forsaken the Lord of the Bible, the God of the Bible, which is the God of Israel, the Lord of Israel. All right, and Israel is who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's who y'all forsaken. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. Exactly. That's why the Most High gonna put y'all to death, man. Y'all provoke him to anger. And on Sunday, a bunch of y'all gonna provoke him to anger, man. Because y'all gonna go out here and do y'all little pagan, Babylonian Easter worship, man. They are going away backwards. Exactly. Walking backwards, man. Walking right into a ditch. That's what y'all doing, man. Back to the video.
And white supremacy and Eurocentrism that I think exists in Western society around what we value and how we view our history, and tying it really sort of solely and particularly to the history of the Middle Ages and beyond inside of Europe.
Now, you've seen many have expressed outrage that various humanitarian disasters, for example, the mass starvation in Yemen, people have expressed outrage for it, and even widespread homelessness right here in the U.S. But it's not evoked similar sympathy or funding, the things that take place here in the U.S. when it comes to, let's say, Flint, for example, or even Puerto Rico, with the response from the government. So again, why? Have we simply become just too used to it or accepting of these other tragic realities?
Well, I think
oh, man, it's because they don't give a damn about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why. Like, shit is simple, man. You people need to get back. Man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to open up these scriptures, man. Open up the Holy Bible, man. And find out what's really going on, man. Why am I asking these silly-ass questions, man? You ain't even got to open up the Bible to know that this white man don't care about you, man. He been whooping your ass ever since he brought you over here. Been shitting on you so-called Latinos and Native Americans ever since he got over here. Like, what's so hard to understand about this, man? Matter of fact, let's go get another scripture. Man, these people don't care about y'all, man. These people are in agreement to be against y'all, man. This Psalms 83, verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. Who is the enemies? The enemies are all the nations outside of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, those are the enemies, man. They say they make a tumult, meaning they make an agreement. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Yo, man, they hate y'all, man. They don't care about y'all problems. When y'all gonna figure that out? They have taken crafty counsel against our people. Yo, they taking crafty counsel against the Lord's people, man. Who is the Lord's people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And consulted against our hidden ones. Exactly why y'all call the hidden ones. Because they took your heritage, man. They got you walking around here thinking you a Negro. They got you walking around here thinking you a Latino or Native American, man. That's why they call you the hidden ones when you really the Israelites of the scriptures, man. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. And that's what they did, man. That's what these heathens did. That's what these other nations did, man. That's why you don't know that you're an Israelite. You so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And that's why I call y'all so-called, because you are Israel, man. But you don't know that. Why? Because they said what? They said, come let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's why you haven't heard that name Israel as a people. All right? And in today's time, you only hear it as what? As a place. The only thing that you hear about Israel is the word Jews. All right? Which those fucking idiots over there are not Jews, man. Those goddamn devils, man. Those some goddamn Amalekites and damn Edomites, man. The so-called Negro are the Jews, man. The true Jews, man. And that's just one tribe. It's 11 more tribes in the nation of Israel, man. The nation of Israel is made up of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. That's right. So they are the one mind. They are confederate against thee. That's right. They're in agreement. They are in agreement against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The tabernacles of Edom. Who is Edom? The so-called white man. These are the people that's in agreement to keep your ass lost, man. To keep you lost in the sauce. To keep you coming to them for help. Instead of going back to your true God, man. Which is Yahweh. And to believe on his son. And call on his name through his son name, which is Yahweh Shah, man. Not no damn Jesus. Not no damn stringy head white boy. Looking like a damn hippie. The tabernacles of Edom, which is the so-called white man. And the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs of Moab. Damn Chinese. And the Hagarenes. Alright? Which is, well, Ishmael's mother, the Hagarenes, Hagarites. Gabal, damn, and Ammon, the Japanese and Amalekites, the Jews, the people, Amalek, the Jews that's over there in our land, so-called Jews, that is. The Philistines, damn Africans, with the inhabitants of Tyre, damn Africans, man. All right, so all these nations are against our people, man. But y'all too dumb to see that, man. Why are you so dumb? Why you don't understand that? Because you don't pick up the scriptures, man. You don't pick up your history book, your heritage book. So, since you don't do that, you ask silly ass questions like this that we're listening to right now. Or you be lost in the sauce and just don't know why everything is going as it's going. And you keep questioning yourself, why this, why that, when it's already written why things are the way they are, man. Just got to open up the book.
To some degree, you have sort of a blame the victim mentality. I mean, I think in Flint, a lot of people are trying to say, well, this is just a local issue to the extent they care about it, and, you know, maybe their mayor messed up, but that's on them, even though they need less than $100 million to actually replace the pipes, and they can't get any real support from the federal government, which is, by the way, not spending anywhere close to enough money to actually restore our critical infrastructure when it comes to water. You look at Milwaukee, you look at Chicago, you look right here in Washington, D.C., there are actually major issues with lead in pipes and not enough being done in all of these pieces, certainly Baltimore as well, and I think some of it is a sense of, well, who is it really affecting? The wealthy and those who can afford to replace their own pipes, they'll be fine, and everyone else, well, hey, that's just how it is. That's a bad luck of the draw that you get. And I think we certainly see, with Yemen, what's being prioritized over that is absolutely the U.S. security relationship with Saudi Arabia and an unwillingness to actually challenge a quote-unquote close ally over this, unbelievable, almost genocidal war that they are raging. And Trump himself has already said, it has been reported by the Washington Post and others, that he doesn't think Puerto Rico deserves more money because he doesn't think Puerto Ricans have the ability to manage their own money, which is why he's saying not $1 more for Puerto Rico. So I think there's a little bit of racism there, a little bit of geopolitics there, but I think ultimately it speaks to what we value, or what at least the governmental authorities value.
We're going to have to leave it right there. Thank you so much for your insight, as always, Eugene.
And what they value is keeping you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans at the bottom of the totem pole and lost. That's what they value. Simple as that. If not that, they value putting y'all to death. Simple. Point blank, period.
Per year. And I'm Ashley Banks. That's the end of Race in America today. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Ashley M. Banks. Back to you.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you...
All right, so all praise to Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, the apostles, honest hearted brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father. Hope y'all was edified. Shalom.